Oh my. Nangong Yu, no Dylan, no Lucia, no Yuzua, no Void Hunters, no Vivian, no Bernice. No. I mean, you can boil down your account, skipped basically all of the tier 0 units, right? That is what you can boil down. So, let's have a look. Rio, you are somewhat-ish broke-ish, but I mean, it's not the worst I've seen today. You are broke in terms of Denny's, though. Do you have Vivian?
Oh my god!
Oh my. When did you start playing? 1.0. I mean, you are like one of the very few people who actually have, you know, the Obol squad. So that is cool to look into. Nangong Yu, no Dylan, no Lucia, no Yuzua, no Void Hunters, no Vivian, no Bernice. No. To be fair, aside from the fact that you skip every single usable support, as well as every single good stunner, as well as the strongest units in the game, I mean, you can boil down your account, skipped basically all of the tier 0 units, right? That is what you can boil down. You skipped all of the tier 0 units. But for the fact that you do that, those scores are really good for that. And I think that is something that should be acknowledged as well, right? There are many people who have a lot of really good unit with good investments who do not score this high. And I think that it is cool that you can do that in this game. I'm not even gonna try to match your scores. That being said, do you have Mindscapes? M1 Fufu, okay, that is, to be fair, a pretty good choice. Soldier is M3, alright. How does this look? Oh, you're running Puffer Electro. You might want to consider Dialon for your Soldier 11, unless you really don't, just like really don't want Dialon. You do not have signature for 15-4. Your attack is you're running Flight of Fancy. You have a B rank W engine. That's a thing. Well, I suppose you keep it as a trophy. I don't know. I mean, I respect it that you have Vivian's signature, but no Vivian. Manato, M6. 46. You want 55, I think, right? 12 plus 10. Okay, 54% crit rate, so you're missing like 8%. You're running crit damage here. Oh, yeah. But you don't have any crit subs here. Otherwise, that is sexy. To be fair, it is not fire damage bonus. I wonder... Okay, you are missing the crit rate if you do that. The main thing here is really whether or not maybe running crit rate main stat is gonna be better. Question is if you even could. If you can get a good piece here with more crit rate, you are pretty good to go. It's honestly not bad. It's a pretty good Manato. The only thing really is just, you know, roll better. Fire damage, D5, try to hit 54% CR stat screen. And for the fire damage in D5, might wanna consider crit rate slot 4. If you can get the crit rate in slot 4, you could shift away from a woodpecker towards branch and blade song, possibly, depending on your... You do have some stuff you could roll here on that could roll nicely. You do have a fire damage bonus one here you could roll as well. How do your resources look like? Okay, I will not roll on your account. You have not much left. That might be something you could consider if you can get a crit rate piece here with like crit damage HP substat, and you can get some good rolls on that. Switch away from this one to a branch and blade. Maybe this one rolls nicely. You could run fire damage, and here you have some other options you could run, right? Like this one would be really nice. You can also like have less crit rate subs in that case and focus more on crit damage, but generally it's fine. Jane, 192-3827 with a Weeping Gemini. That is juicy. Nice. Oh my. Why do you have so many good AP pieces? The F? Like, people are rolling for years to get like a good piece, and you just have like 2 or 3 of them. Do we have an electric? Oh yeah, you could run that on Yanagi. That is good. That is just really good. You could level the assist a little bit if you want to. Not too important. I mean, what do you even play Jane in anyway? You don't have Bernice, you don't have Vivian, you don't have Nangong Yu, you don't have Yuzua. Who do you play Jane with? You don't have Anomaly on your account, I just realized. Grace. That is actually not a bad Jane, it's really just you have no teammates. Miyabi 80, 250, 3k. Do you run attack percent? You run AM. That is a good Miyabi. Unless I missed something. You're running attack here, that's totally fine, honestly. You could actually go down on crit damage. right? You can go down to like 130 or something, get more AP, get more attack. But aside from that, that is a really good Miyabi. Also, the substats on this one are pretty good. 5762. You are running Hormone Punk. That is fine. You might want to consider switching around because attack percent here is better than electric damage bonus. You are definitely looking for double attack. You might also want to consider playing Brimstone on him. If you run Brimstone, you want to run attack, crit damage, which is fine this way. Your crit rate is at 55, is 60, plus 25 is 85. You want a little bit more crit rate. Do we have another crit rate piece somewhere? Oh, actually, this one would be good. Just get more attack. More attack is good. 375, 166. You get a lot of crit damage anyway. Yeah, okay, to be fair, getting... That would be like the one piece you might want to consider changing. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a really good piece, right? But you want more crit rate. But that being said, also this one. If you can look like a crit rate plus 2 or something. But you don't really have that right now. The attack one here is better than the crit damage one, which you have run before. No, than this one. Or was it this one? Don't remember. But yeah, more attack is better. Run Brimstone on him, especially if you have it at R3, right? Orphe, 55. 29, 122, 55. You get 25% here. So you're at 60, 80. That is a pretty good Orphe, especially given you do not have signature. You can get a little bit better substats here, right? Get like some crit rate, whatever. If you can roll more attack percent subs, especially like on, you know, the ones where you don't have attack percent, mainly those two. You could run fire damage here possibly, but I mean, you would need to have that as well to have first place, so that is not happening. Yeah, nice Orphe. Actually, nice Orphe. I would probably say that's one of the better Orphes I've seen in a long time. Soldier 11. You actually asked, would it be a good idea to pull Seal's W engine for your DPS agents, mainly Soldier 11? I would recommend you to pull Dialin for your Soldier 11. that is what I would recommend you for that, rather than the W engine. But to answer your question, right? Heartstring Nocturne is the best choice. Cordis Garmina is at 95%. Brimstone is at 83%. The main reason why Brimstone is at 83% is because you cannot maintain more than 6 stacks during stun. That assumes Dialin. If you don't have Dialin, it's a little bit easier because you can just, you know, you have more time because you don't waste the time with the ultimate and the chain attack is quicker. Our enhanced basic attack, the new one, will give you 2 stacks for Brimstone. It takes about 0.6 seconds until the last hit hits. So yeah, depends on how you play. This can be better. The main thing is you have it at R3, so it will be somewhere around like 90%ish. So whether or not the upgrade is worth it to you, depends on you. I think the biggest advantage of Cordis Garmina that you have is that it's a really good stat stick for a lot of characters on your account. Well, just a lot of characters, right? It's a really good crit rate stat stick. It is really good on quite a few characters. Soldier 11, Zuzu, Corrin, Neko, you can use it on Alan. There are a lot of characters you can use it on, right? The problem, basically all of these characters outside of Alan, and even Alan if you don't have signature, but you do. These characters often have the problem that unless you have like the one signature for Alan, they have a problem gaining crit rate. And if there's one thing that Cordis Garmina is really good at, it is giving you a lot of crit rate. Because of that, Cordis is probably a good pull for you if you really like playing one of these characters. Right, Cordis Garmina is a really good choice. Arguably, if you would have, and you don't, but if you would have Heartstring Nocturne, right, that problem wouldn't exist. But because of that, it would allow you to run crit damage here. I think, to be fair, Dialin would be a bigger upgrade for you than Cordis is, but if you like, you know, playing a lot of these characters who are basic attack ultimate reliant, then it's pretty good. Looking pretty good though. You have the P6. The P6 gives you 48% crit damage, right? Then you have Zhao Fufu. So, from Fufu, you have more than enough attack, so you are gonna get 50% crit damage. You have the signature, which gives you damage bonus. You have King of the Summit, so 80%, plus 50%, 130%, so you're at 230% crit damage. Plus Zhao, you also had the W engine, right? Yes, you did, which is another 30. I think that is the right choice to do here. But yeah, generally, I think that is a pretty good Soldier 11 for what you have. Your Nicole With the AP, I think what you want to do is you want to change this one to attack. Even with Astra, you would be at 3000 attack, and you have a lot of damage bonus sources on this team. I would probably recommend you to run attack percent here instead. Especially if you care about the, the corruption damage itself. That is gonna be a big difference. Well, big. A noticeable difference. I think this is one of the most interesting accounts I've seen in a while. So, let me end this account review on a good note with a message to everybody out there. Please keep in mind, as content creators, we have very different standards and a very different view on the game than most people have. One could say that might be unrelatability whatsoever. I don't think necessarily that is true. But even if somebody tells you this signature gives you 15% more damage, Dialin is insane. Most broken unit in ZZZ history. Better than Miyabi. All of these clickbaity titles. Unfortunately, YouTube heavily rewards doing that, so there is no way around that. Please do not fall into FOMO. If you don't like a unit, if you don't want to pull a unit, don't pull them. You do not need Nangong Yu. You do not need Dialin. You don't need tier 0 units. This account has skipped basically every single tier 0 unit in existence. There is no Yu. There is no Dialin. There is no Lucia. There is no Yuzua. There are no fucking Void Hunters. There is not even Vivian. There are factually not even anomaly agents on this account. The only thing they have are Aria, Miyabi, the Obol squad for some reason, and that's basically it, right? You do not need every single character in this game. Even without all of the Void Hunters, even without everything, if you don't like a unit, don't pull for them. You can score and do just well enough. This here is as freemium as you can get. The only premium unit here is Jufufu. Mindscape 3, Soldier 11, 40k versus Priest. This is literally wheelchair Mibibi, M0, 40k versus Mario. You can do just fine. You don't need every single unit in this game. If you don't like a unit, you will be just fine. You will be just fine. Resource management S+. Your disc rolls were really good. It was basically 4 to 5 rolls everywhere. Your builds were, equally very good. Okay, for your skipped units, right? There is just no way around this. Skipped every tier 0 unit in existence. There is no way around this. Your DA scores for literally having 0 tier 0 units were really good. Your overworld agent choice actually was Orphe, right? That is gonna be an S- for the Orphe. I will give you an S+ for this. I think that is a fantastic account. It's a really fantastic account. You are probably a really good player. You know how to build your stuff. You had really good rolls. There's absolutely nothing, but it's great. Thank you so much for submitting your content.